Hi viewers, this is Unclear Box podcast. This is Lokesh.
I'm Naveen.
And something.
So we are here at Kutub Shahi Tombs. We came here to record uh, a beautiful podcast,
Hopefully.
hopefully. So we are today's topics are mostly on how do we survive in a city like Hyderabad and how to see how to go to different places, how to have a good food around the city and visit some good places around the city, and so that's one of the things, and how to survive basically in a city like Hyderabad. And the next thing will be about national awards. That will be the later topic. That's what we have thought of. So
Yeah, before starting, I want to tell one news article that I saw and get your reaction on that.
okay,
So, here's the story.
yes,
Not the story, the news. A 22-year-old engineer
okay,
left a 3.6 lakh per annum IT job
okay,
for a 18 lakh rupees lakhs per annum government scientist role.
okay,
So, his new job offer means the government job. It's a research-based job actually. It offers some perks like family health insurance, education support, flight allowance, pension, housing in prime Mumbai, etc. So he is shifting from a 3.6 lakh private job to 18 lakh government job.
Mhm.
So he asked his friends about their opinion because he's having a huge shift in his life. So they criticized this move
okay,
of moving to a government job,
Mhm.
even though it is like almost 6 times what he's earning now.
Mhm.
So he got confused about whether to join that job or not, and he posted in Reddit about the same
okay. Oh, nice.
and asking for opinion.
That's obvious. Reddit
So some of
is
the
good for
comments
it.
were like the friends earn far less,
Mhm.
even with more experience. They earn way less than 18 lakhs, but giving this advice of not going to government job. And he likes to have a research based job, not like a development job. So it's like his dream job that he's going to. And then for long term pay, government sector shows very good growth also. Like there are his colleagues in the, going to be colleagues people 14 years experience has 42 lakhs per annum kind of salary, whereas private jobs mostly don't have it currently. So so that sparked a debate in Reddit telling IT private sector versus government job kind of debate, whether it is worth or not. So this is a question that a person posted in Reddit. I wanted to see your reaction for this kind of.
Okay, I will start then. So currently, we all know that AI is evolving very fast, and I think nowadays AI can do anything. What a software developer daily do in daily life. So, considering that fact too, and also that the job security will be a factor in upcoming years. So that government job will be a better option. As he already got that one. Obviously, that's my opinion.
I also feel
What
the
do you think,
same.
Rakesh?
I also feel the same, but I wonder why his friends told that government job don't go for it. What is your reaction for this?
I didn't get a job when I was actually doing the just graduated or something, so I can't comment on that.
No, like your friend is coming to you. He has 4 lakhs per annum private job.
Mhm.
Now he's got a government exam. He's written the exam. He got a research job in a 18 lakh per annum government job. He's asking you for opinion. He's telling his friends or other friends are telling it's not worth it. What will be
Skills.
your reaction?
So at the end of the day, if you are doing it for a like if the government job offers you enough amount of skills, then you should be actually going for it. Either of it, like if it's a if you're going for a 4 LPA job, and if it's a 18 LPA, if your skills are getting developed at every point of your life, if you know that there will be a growth in your career, like satisfaction, all that stuff, then you should be going for it. I mean, like
Does it
whichever.
matter?
Uh,
It's up to his interest in the end of the day. If in
I
private
mean,
job also you can
if
do.
he comes and asks me, that's the first answer that I would say. Like, so make sure that, because at the end of the day, if you're just uh,
Tell us.
at the end of the day, if you're just investing your entire day for getting money, or it's your satisfaction that what actually matters. These two things are really plays a important role actually. So for me, that's what I suggest.
Yeah, that's also same because if you don't do what you like, then it will be job. But if you do what you like, it will be passion, something like that way. So I think I agree with Lokesh, and also considering that the current environment um, and his job package, that government job was a better option. And even if it's in a private field, you have to change companies or you have to go under too much pressure to get that much salary. So workload, work-life balance, everything will be better in government job.
I would straight away tell him go and join the government job. Think later. Because if he doesn't like it, he still has the option to change. It's not like private is the best.
That's a this I agree with this. This is a good one actually because he's if government job offer he can't get it again.
Yes.
So if he doesn't like it, he can come back and jump to a private job. That's a better thing that he can offer. But when it comes to if he goes to a private job and he can't get that offer again, so that's logically right actually. So what was the final decision that he took? Like some
He
did
his
he approach
so
like
his interest was to join in a research. He wanted to do some research kind of thing. He got a
you
job
know
in a
how
research.
research thing works, right?
That see, it's up to there will be politics, everything will be there, but in the end of the day, he has the opportunity to do something in government, research based. If he really has the interest, he can do it. Salary is not bad for a 20-year-old job, so he doesn't have to get worried for that also.
Actually, a research scientist who wants to do some research thing somewhere really works when he has his own industry or company, something like that. Like even if it's a small scale industry,
iPad needs to cool down before you use it.
yeah.
Where we left?
Yeah, so you were telling about research scientist, how it will be in government.
So if you observe in our, they'll be providing you some task. Like for suppose, uh, already there is a project that will be going on, and for that you will be part of it. So you will be provided with uh, things that are accurate. Like so, the results should be for suppose the output should be is limited. You can't uh, grow in that kind of scenarios if you are in a place where you have to do research. And if you can go with multiple dimensions of researching something like how to create a better output or something like that, no, there will be a standard software, there will be a standard techniques that you need to follow, and you should apply those techniques to get the output. It's not like you can grow with different techniques and implementing, like for suppose in artificial intelligence we have for suppose if there is a robot that has to go from one place to another place. So I can implement multiple path planning techniques, which is generally that's the story that we do. When it comes to most of the government research like organizations that do yes, they explore. I am not saying that they don't explore, but if the same robot has to travel from one place to another, there will be standard technique that they follow. And so that in that aspect, I think it will be little difficult that you'll not see any growth in that particular sector.
I don't think it will be like that everywhere. Maybe in some projects where it is very critical, they might follow that. But at least he will have the choice because he is a government full-time
That's
employee.
that's
He will have the choice. So,
But
Lokesh, yeah.
resources are limited, as you mentioned.
resources are fine.
Ah,
Resources are like that's fine, but techniques
techniques.
that you need to
Yeah,
follow.
but also one advantage for that private field is that if you change company, you will get like a package. Can get a package around 50 or 60 lakhs in future.
Later,
Yeah,
because of government experience.
yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, true.
That's also
Full-time
possible.
employee, I'm
But
telling.
thing is that it will come with some work pressure and cost of that work-life balance. Lokesh, what is the next topic?
How to survive in cities like Hyderabad, uh, like how to roam around, how to have good food at different places. Although I had a food poisoning last week, but that's different story. But yeah, so this is one of certain things that you need to take care of, and how like different places that you can visit where you can actually be at different places. That's already I told, like how to actually survive at a place in like Hyderabad. So that's the next topic that we wanted to discuss.
I was in Bangalore around 6 years.
Nice.
So in Hyderabad around 2 years
Mm-hmm.
compared to that expenses
Mm-hmm.
to live here. Bangalore's almost the same like Hyderabad.
Mm-hmm.
Even cost of the rent, rent cost and travel expenses, and also traffic is also same like Bangalore sometimes.
I don't agree. There is cars move here. There is
Yes,
moving
I
traffic.
agree
There
with
the
that.
cars don't move.
No, there's stagnant. It's proper stagnant in Bangalore. That's what I have observed. I mean, I stayed for a couple of years, but yes.
For example, that rent case, we start with rent. Okay, so in Bangalore, if if we get 1 BHK, I think we have to pay at least 50K, 50K to 20K per month.
15K.
15, 1 5.
1 5,
You say like
50K,
okay,
not
okay.
like 50, 15, 15 to 20K per month. Maybe that, I mean, I'm talking about a budget friendly BHK. For fully furnished one, it might be cost up to 25 or 30K per month for 1 BHK.
Which place are
So
you talking about in Bangalore? Specifically, which place?
it's like electronic city, Whitefield, because that is some most of the IT companies were based on that place, and also uh, too many people from overall India coming to Hyderabad, sorry, Bangalore for working. So similar to Bangalore, here also the rent for 1 BHK was around 50 to 20K. I mean, without furnishing. With the furnishing, it will be reached to 30K per month. So it's like
Which year?
uh,
When did you last check the prices?
I think around 5 months ago.
5 months ago. You went to Bangalore.
He thought of moving to
3 months
Bangalore.
ago, we
Maybe that's why
shifted
he's checking the
place.
prices.
You are telling about Bangalore or Hyderabad?
Hyderabad.
5 months ago, you went to Bangalore to check.
No, I was talking about Hyderabad.
This is about Hyderabad.
Yeah, I
Okay.
changed the topic.
How will we know?
I was in. I worked in Bangalore for 6 years.
Similar to Hyderabad, I told. I think
No, similar to Hyderabad, you told.
similar to Bangalore, Hyderabad is also same. I
Same.
told
When did you check last prices in Bangalore?
Bangalore.
Last
Okay.
time, when did you see?
But I don't know. But
Approximately.
He changed the topic
approximately,
just like the
That's okay.
topic
He
changed.
told it is similar. So he's telling both are same. So when did you check rent last in Bangalore?
okay, it is around I think 3 years, 3 or 4 years
Three,
ago.
four
Because
years ago, we used to stay for 12,000 for 1 BHK in Hyderabad. Now minimum is 17,000 in Kondapur. So you
obviously,
can think about
that
Bangalore then.
much. Uh, Now that I think just staying with the family in Bangalore will be expensive. But if it's a bachelor, they can stay in PG or somewhere. That rent will be around 12 to 60K. That's also same here also. In Hyderabad also, when we checked around 5 months ago in Hyderabad, for 1 BHK, it was around 50 to 20K. And also, it was very difficult to get flat for bachelors.
In Kondapur.
Kadavur.
Specific. He's
Yeah,
specific.
Kodapur is near to that
High tech city.
uh,
Yeah.
what about you, Lokesh? How much in your area it will be cost?
So I used to stay earlier at Kajagoda. It was, I mean, I don't know. That place is like more crowded these days, and the rents are also high right now. Like when I actually came here, the prices were little less, like 10K, 12K,
No, actually.
10K, 12K. Now it's like 18K or something. So that's the whole problem actually that we are facing
Is it
18K,
in
at Khajaguda.
1 BHK.
Yeah, 1 BHK.
How much you are staying in Tolichoki for?
Now it's like 14,500
In Manikonda.
in Manikonda. So that's
but I think that is a far away from, little bit far away from that high tech city, right?
no. If you are going from Kuppalgoda, there is a Shakepet road that you'll reach, and from there you'll get the IKEA flyover. You'll get the high tech city will be there.
But that road is like the border because of metro and everything. The city has moved towards that side.
Mm-hmm.
This side is more like residential kind of.
Towards Manikonda, you're saying?
Yeah, that road is there, right?
Which one?
Nichiboli Tolichoki road.
Yes.
So, south of that has become more like a residential
area.
away from the city kind
Yes.
of thing. That's it. Metro and all is there, so all people stay around that area.
If there is no traffic, it will be like 15 to 20 minutes. If there is no traffic, if there is traffic, it will be 30 minutes.
Okay.
And recently, after that huge rainfall that has happened, it took me 2 hours. 2 hours.
For going from my office in Mindspace to Kondapur one day due to rain, it took 3 hours. I was in bus. It felt like Bangalore. The buses are not moving. People are walking and going in the middle of the road. Bangalore vibes.
So we know that the rent is almost, I mean, as per our understanding, that rent is higher in near to high tech city, and if you go from high tech city,
now it's increased at Nanakramguda also. Wherever Akash is staying now, and obviously that is he's staying in a community, so it is pricing around, I think it's around 40,000 or something like that, as he's staying in a community, so 45,000. So that's another thing. Even Nanakramguda is a place where you'll be getting that kind of high marginal, I mean, like, for me it's high. I expect, I have a couple of friends who are at Aparna Cyber Zone near Nallagandla. There, even the rents are around 45,000, something like that. So 45 to 50,000. And if you're moving to
For how much BHK?
I think it's 2 BHK.
No. 2 BHK.
45,000.
Where is it?
Aparna Cyber Nallagandla.
Where is that?
Have you heard of the place? Nallagandla is like towards. What do we get that?
Sikandrabad?
No, towards this place.
Nanakramguda.
After crossing Nanakramguda, towards, what do we call that? We'll cut this.
Lingampalli.
Lingampalli, towards Lingampalli. From Nanakram to, in between that, Nallagandla.
45,000, 2 BHK.
Yes.
That is costly area. Rich people stay there.
Maybe, but yeah, still, that is there.
So
my next question is like, you tell me first, how are you guys are sustaining weekends in Hyderabad? Obviously, because
surviving or sustaining?
Sustaining, whatever. It's
what is that to survive?
More I mean, like, appropriate is maybe surviving. Yeah, we'll go with surviving.
How do you spend time on weekends?
Yes.
We record podcast.
Yeah, we record podcast.
Connecting it.
So that is one thing. Other than that,
ask Sandeep. Wait, let him connect.
Connect him. I'll ask the same question again. We'll make it little interesting. Like, question asking the question interesting, I'm saying.
What do you do on weekends is your question. How do you, what is that?
Survive.
No, sustain. Sustain is like maintain something. How do you maintain a weekend?
I mean, like, how do you...
You're not maintaining a weekend.
For me, actually, weekdays are more horrific. That's what I'm going to tell now. Weekends are more horrific than weekdays for me. That's what I'm saying, how to sustain.
Weekends, because you want to do some activity.
I have my own things to say. I watch movies who like Martin Scorsese or all those
classic movies.
Classic movies. And what's his name? That guy who has a big cigarette in his mouth. Director. Alfred Hitchcock.
I don't know. We saw one old Malayalam movie of Mohanlal. It's like one of the classics in Malayalam movie industry.
Mhm.
But it got flop in theater. Songs were hit, but everything else was so flop. But later it became a cult classic and it got re-released and it became a huge hit. While watching that movie, I'm like, why did this become flop? Like people talk about Christopher Nolan and all. Seriously, this movie didn't get hit,
I think we
but
need to
it
change
was
the place also. Now the sunlight will be more,
yeah.
very more.
I'm
That
getting
place is good.
headache.
So, hi guys, we were facing some issue of too much of sunlight, so we came back to our place and we started recording here. Where we stopped, Sandeep? Do you have?
I think we stopped at Hyderabad around.
Trend.
So the topic is rent. Is about rent.
Not about trend, generally about Hyderabad. That's
How
what
to survive in
yeah.
Hyderabad. Yeah.
You are the host, so you should keep the conversation flowing.
So, Sandeep, what do you want to conclude about Hyderabad rents?
So, as per my understanding,
Mm-hmm.
the rent is very high. The place near to high tech city, and where the IT software companies are working. And for I mean, if the area is far away from the town, the rent is very less, but the transportation will be a problem there. I think we can talk about other topics like cost of expense and cost of life,
Cost of living.
cost of living.
Let's jump to a topic, something which is new. Like, let's if we are, how about
I'll tell you one backstory. He has ChatGPT open in his iPad since it's free. Whatever you ask, he will give very authentic opinions. See, you're reading ChatGPT.
reading ChatGPT?
No. As this
Show me.
close.
Show me.
Close. I just
He's asking you something. You are reading.
no, I'm just checking the points, but we can just further.
He's the host. He will make it.
So if missed some points, like
ChatGPT points.
yes, with the points we are planning to discuss, it is not there. So along with the tasks and other expenses will come.
He prepared it. He checked the ChatGPT before he prepared all the points. That is why he is like Bangalore has similar price than Hyderabad.
Seriously, I just there now.
Okay.
Like electricity.
Electricity is cheap in Hyderabad.
So, this is on record.
Compared to Kerala,
Electricity is on record.
So this is how Sandeep is. Basically, he generally sees the ChatGPT for the queries that he gets.
Influence of AI in
Influence Sandeep. So
yeah, those points we missed. So yeah, to discuss.
that is a different story, but you don't have to. I want your experience.
You should research before. Not mail podcast. Okay. Okay.
Your experience. How is your experience with all this? That's what we wanted.
So electricity is cheaper in Hyderabad compared to Kerala at least.
Yeah, that's very cheap. Yeah.
That's obviously cheaper. Okay, electricity is cheaper.
Cheaper in Hyderabad than like we.
Even it happens with us also. Like electricity is cheaper in Hyderabad when compared to Andhra Pradesh.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. So my mom's current bill, like she always says that 3-4 times more, and I'll be getting like obviously.
Do you have AC and all there using?
Yeah, she's using it. Fridge, AC, obviously there is, but the issue is she doesn't use them. Even though the current bill will be like fridge, yes, she uses.
Fridge, washing machine.
Washing machine, she doesn't.
TV.
How much will be the rent?
TV, there is no issue.
Sorry, how much will be the electricity?
Approximately.
600 something per month
In
Andhra.
in Andhra
We get
Pradesh.
1,000, 1,500, 2,000.
For one person. Maybe you have your family, right? So it will be
Family?
obviously,
We use TV, that's it. AC.
Actually,
my mom doesn't use this.
even if it's a small home in Kerala, if it's say washing machine, a fridge, and TV, around 2-3 lights, it will cost at least 700 per month, at least. And if you are saying, then it will be like more than
The thing is, the reason for that is we produce electricity in Kerala. We have Idiki Dam and all that, so we produce electricity.
And you only
So
pay
it will be
more.
more. That is true. That is how it is.
Okay.
So
So
electricity check mark next.
yeah, you're saying something about cost of living. That's also one of the points in ChatGPT.
No, that's what we have already discussed previously because that in the notes.
Okay.
Cost of living, say some of the office will provide dinner, lunch, and other. Some of the IT.
Why?
No, no,
Tell. It's okay. Tell.
okay. Okay, so here the cost of living will be included the food expenses. Okay, so we had to cook our foods or we had to eat from outside.
That is same everywhere.
It is okay, but still, compared to that, if you are eating from outside, it will be high costly for this. So that monthly it will be around 5,000 per month. If you are eating from outside, or it can be up to 10,000 according to your preferences. So if you cook yourself, then the cost will be reduced to 2,000 or 2,000.
Only dinner.
Including dinner and breakfast, dinner, and lunch.
Lunch also every day.
Lunch. Most of the people will work from office during that office hours. So lunch mostly will be from the office or office premises.
So that is extra. Apart from that,
Yeah.
it will be cheaper. The good thing about Hyderabad is there is curry points everywhere. So buying curry is easy. 30 rupees you'll get some good curry.
Yeah.
That is one thing that is good here.
So along with the rent, we have to cancel cost of
I'm
living.
listening.
And if you for transportation, some of the companies providing transportation. But others, we have to use public transport or using Uber or Ola.
Most of the companies don't give transportation. Most of the companies do not give. Your company gives. Most of the companies give
Yeah, most
transportation.
of the companies is like, I think from our office, most of the companies providing. I don't know.
I'm just trying to understand
Others.
how Sandeep is trying to frame his answers, because every time we ask a question to him or something pops up in his mind, he first analyzes comparing with the surroundings. So he'll say firstly like, so most of the companies will give food, most of the companies will give more transportation.
Okay,
Transportation.
then, what about your opinion, Kish? What do you think?
Most of the companies have work from home. So transportation is not a problem.
We don't have that option. And we have actually, but
We should not tell about this.
yeah.
Work from
That we have work from home, they don't have work from home.
Yeah, we are going to talk about that. I think,
We should generalize and speak.
then we can leave that and we can talk about the transportation.
Some companies have transportation, some don't have. Mostly Mondays and Fridays are like free when you go out. So I think Mondays and Fridays, most of the companies have work from home. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everyone goes to office. That's why too much traffic is there. So we can assume that there.
So if you're traveling via Uber or public transportation, and the cost is we can add like approximately 2,000 per month. And also if you are traveling to your suppose if you are not from Hyderabad and if you are from other states, monthly or once in a 2 months, you have to travel to your home. So if you cancel that expenses too, it will be around 10,000 per month. If you're traveling via flight, if you're traveling via train, it will become around 5,000 approximately per month. So we had to add that plant rent and cost of living plus
Food.
transportation.
Food.
Cost of living.
Oh, food.
Transportation. Okay, next.
Electricity. So,
Entertainments. Or
that was your question last time. What do you do on weekends?
That was what I was trying to ask him.
Now ask.
but,
Now
he-
ask. Now is the time to ask. Ask us.
What do you generally like? How do you go with weekends? How is your weekend plans go?
yeah. So
How does
if you
you?
are going out with your friends, or if you are going to visit some places, that expense will be we
Not
can
like
plan.
expense. What do you do generally on weekends? What he's asking.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you do?
usually, I mean, I think earlier we used to go out with the friends. Earlier we used to go out with everyone, right? I think from our team, everyone, we used to plan weekly or monthly, and we used to go out. Right?
When?
Right?
When?
Uh,
Asking why you're asking me? I don't know.
When?
no,
When did we go for trip?
I think we went to visit one waterfalls there with everyone. Yeah, we were there.
Bogota. Okay, you're talking about Bogota.
I don't remember that.
Bogota.
Right. So that was one case. Second case, we went to one hills with Harry and
Anandagiri Hills.
yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
It's like you're roasting him or something.
So
Let
we
him
don't
tell.
go out at all.
Yeah, we went to some of our colleagues' home. I think it's in Andhra.
We went for Gandikota
Okay.
also. We went for Gandikota also.
That time he's not there, no? He's telling now.
They, then we used to go to bowling or something. That's also part of
That is not trip.
not about trip, but we used to plan something together previously.
Roasting too much.
But now everyone is busy with their work and jobs. Jobs personal matters. So,
What are you trying to say here? Because we are in the same company. We can actually plan trips again. That's not a problem, right? Busy with work on weekends.
there's I mean, it's like everyone is busy. I mean, nowadays no one is planning.
Nobody's planning. That is the correct thing.
Yeah.
That is the correct thing.
When you come here, usually some of our senior colleagues, who is a senior in our office. Okay, can I tell names? Names we can tell.
No.
Senior case in our colleagues as a senior colleagues in our office.
Nasir, you can tell. Senior colleague, I thought, okay.
Okay, fine. That's somehow we planned that. But nowadays everyone is busy. I mean, they are also busy. So, nowadays, planning everyone had something silly, but that I think that hill trips he planned and the hills.
Somebody posted in that group, shall we go again?
Which place and the hills.
That group we have, right?
That we already discussed this outside that.
Why are you not speaking anything?
Yeah, he's speaking, no?
Yeah. Okay. I think Hari basically asked. I mean, we discussed in that office that we can plan a trip again to Andhra Hills. We
I
don't
know.
see. Yeah, I think before he posted in the group, he already asked.
He's not there in the group.
So that's why I didn't repeat that one. You're also there in the group.
Anantagiri Hills group. I think so. I'm there.
You are there in signal.
In signal.
One I forgot. Hello. But that sounds one.
That is anomaly, okay.
But still,
That's just happen in once in a while.
we went to Akash Lunch.
That's a marriage. That's not a trip.
You didn't go to marriage directly, but you planned a lot of some trips. Like,
Thank you
Delhi,
for the
you went to
motivation
Delhi and
Going to
then-
Akash.
No, going to other places before going.
Yeah, so that's the plan. So when there's a marriage, you plan trip along that one.
So what his point is that we are doing something every weekend. Your question is not relevant, is what he's telling.
So no, my question is relevant. His answer is not relevant. Like is not.
He is
His
telling
answer is not appropriate. Like what I asked for.
not appropriate. You asked him what do you do for weekends.
Weekends. He went for trips actually. That too weekly once. He said. There the conversation went to. That's why I kept silent for a long time. Just wanted to know what's his opinion on my question. So
Okay, I
Yes.
think we deviated from the topic.
No,
No? Okay.
you created a new topic.
I don't know what you asked him.
What are you doing on weekend? He told them, we are doing everything. We are going for trip every week. Every week, right?
Yeah.
Every week trip.
I mean, not every week. At least monthly once we used to go.
Not 54 trips I want, just give me 10 trips that you can say last year.
Okay, 10 trips, that's fine.
You already gave me 10.
5 or 6, that's it.
Okay, 10 trips. Consider it's a 10 trips.
It became 5 club.
Okay, that's when in the last trip, you remember a date approximately month.
Kerala trip.
Oh, month.
Akash marriage.
Oh,
August was after
December.
November,
August marriage.
December.
When was
December.
November, December. So,
This is August.
okay. So this August,
8 months.
8 months, no trip, nothing.
Nothing.
But previous year, I think we had that 10 trips. He told like 10 trips.
What?
Last year we had 10 trips.
Yeah. He told that 10 trips
No.
we had approximately
2, 3, 4.
6, maybe 6.
take it 5, approximately 5. So once in the 2 months.
So what Lokesh point is, till last year we used to go for trips. This year we are not going. We are not doing anything. What are we doing on weekend?
That's not my point.
No.
My question was different, right?
You asked about
What do you do in the weekends? That's it.
So what are you doing weekends this year? Last year we went for trip, okay. This year what you are doing?
Good topic. Okay, I just say I was going to say that previously we used to go out. Now most of the time we spend in our room or we go out for movie. Or rarely we go out for games.
What games? What games?
It means bowling or I think
We went.
2-3 times we went for.
Actually, me and Sandeep when me and Sandeep went for,
What I said.
when me and Sandeep goes for movies, no? For example, we go to Lulu Mall. When we come out of Lulu Mall, that Anjura something is there, right? I look at Sandeep. Sandeep will take card. I have card. Let's play. We'll play around. Because he goes with his kid to Kerala Lulu
Yeah,
Mall.
in Lulu Mall.
There will be balance. We will use
You
it.
go and have.
That is why we are going. We are playing. What are you doing on weekend?
That's generally I go out once for some cafe with my friends, or if I'm bored enough, I'll watch some old movies. Basically, Alfred Hitchcock's or Martin Scorsese's or Christopher Nolan's or some kind of. Sometimes I go to the some kind of cringiest movies in Tollywood also. Like there are certain movies that I can't say because I said cringiest. So I watched some of those movies, and I mean, like most of this year, we often used to go to different cafes, exploring cafes, and also we were going to movies also. I watched a couple of Malayalam movies in the theaters, and also a good number of Telugu movies, and also uh, almost whichever Hollywood movie that got released, like which are like on mainstream. So mainstream Hollywood movies also been watched. So yes, I think we both went for a movie where what was that Tom Cruise movie?
Mission
What was
Impossible.
Mission Impossible? So that was also like on that day we have seen one of the celebrities. You were busy, like
I didn't know that. It's
he's a celebrity. He's Allu Sridish, Allu Arjun's like
yeah, he
brother.
looked like that. I just saw from.
Yeah, so that's I mean like we went near that place. What was that? Banjara Hills, right?
Yeah.
PVR Cineplex.
Jubilee Hills.
So there is enough activities to do in weekends. Or we are bored
Yes.
with repeatedly seeing just movies, cafes. There's nothing more to
I
explore.
haven't thought that I'll be watching movies because I generally don't go to movies, but this year it's mostly like movies or either movies or yeah. Sometimes I used to go for sports like cricket. We go for cricket or badminton sometimes.
Badminton.
Thank you so much.
You make a shorts of this with something telling badminton and stars coming out like this.
Badminton.
When we went 3 months back,
You have to start again.
we also record podcasts in the meantime.
Main time, yes, that's That's the new story that we were actually working on. We are working on, and we will be working on. Let's hope for the best to happen. If I mean, like, if we get the proper reviews, or we want to develop ourselves, I mean, like, we want to evolve in the podcast thing, and we are really looking into it. So let's see how we evolve with the topics and with the different types of uh, discussions that we want to have on this podcast, so that it will be useful for us as well as for the viewers. We'll come up with new topics, mostly interesting.
Yes.
We'll keep up to the mark. So, moving forward, as we are recently going to different cafes, uh, which one of the cafes that you actually suggest to the viewers if you really want to, and what food you want to suggest?
We did not explore much food in those cafes, I think. We were
True.
mainly checking for places where
Ambience?
we can record podcast without much noise. That
Okay.
is our main purpose. Otherwise, we are not cafe people. There's something is not cafe person. So
You don't have to tell.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I just realized recording stopped.
That is the case. I mean, like Navin told, even if it's we are going to one cafe, we are not checking about the menus of anything. But first what we are checking is that if the ambience is good or not.
Yes.
And then we can record it.
When it comes to ambience, would you rate any of the cafes that we visited? Which one is one of the best cafes that recently we visited?
Urban Nemo.
Urban Nemo.
I think that is like a peaceful. Also that background was very nice.
It's next to what is it? KBR, KCR. What is that?
KBR.
KBR Park.
Food was also nice, I think. He ordered some
Yeah.
chicken burgers.
Food was good actually.
Sandwich.
Sandwich we ordered, and also along with that we have ordered cold coffee cakes.
Cold coffee. That was good. That was not that too sugary. That was perfect.
That's one of the things that you actually. And what about the now?
Lush Cafe we went, but the ambience was very good. But food wise, it was okay.
Okay. Lush Cafe.
Okay.
What about the now Italian kitchen? If you have any.
No, we both went. Right? He was not there.
He was
we went
not
for pizza. No, Italian.
Yes.
That was very nice. We had some special kind of pizza.
Deep dish pizza.
I don't remember the name, but that was good.
It was good.
I,
on the later part, Nazir has sent me that it is they do also serve the pizzas or whatever with cheese wheel. So they put that item in the cheese wheel and they serve it with cheese wheel. So I mean, like, not serve it with the cheese wheel, but the cheese thing. So even that's one of the things we missed it, but yes, that was one good thing that we have seen. Apart from that,
any other cafes?
I've been to Roast CCX actually, which is like it's present in Banjara Hills, I guess. Even that's one of the good places if you are really interested in. And also there's 45th Avenue near Deloitte. That's one good place.
We once for the hackathon we went to one cafe with Nasir. Like Nasir came, then we left from there. You remember in Gachibowli?
Tea up, you're saying? Hackathon means?
No.
And
For hackathon preparation, we went to first to third. Before that, we went to a cafe there.
I forgot that name.
There was a seating outside there.
Yes.
Where we can record podcast.
Yes. What was that place?
I don't remember the name, but we can find it because it's good.
Early morning.
Okay, coming back to Richie. So other than cafes, tell about some new
Restaurants that I really
Shabbos,
like. Yes. You know, even most of my colleagues also tease me for one restaurant that is like Kodikoda Chittigare.
Oh my god.
See, that's the expression that you actually see there.
So into you.
So, I like Kulocharu chicken biryani from Kodikoda Chittigare, so I suggest that. People didn't eat it, so no comments on that.
Restaurants. We were talking about the expenses, right? So approximately how much We have to spend for weekends, like end of approximately.
Sandeep is always thinking about expense, budget.
Expense. That was the topic. Right.
We are talking about restaurants, restaurant, cafe, place to
If you are
explore.
well aware of having a sheet where you have an expenditure plan, then you can have up to, I mean, it depends on your budget also. So we can't just say it.
Okay.
Depending on your budget, you can spend it. So that's one thing.
Okay. So approximately how much we can say?
If you're going with friends, see, at the end of the day, if you're going with friends, we have a feasibility that we can split. So that's one best thing that we have.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that. Even if you'll be order one pizza, I mean, you can split it up, so it will be easier. So in that way, it will be useful for you to explore different cafes. You'll get ambience, you'll get food, and also you can have some good music and some kind of. When it comes to restaurants, we'll have that. What do we call that? Interest to eat that biryani on weekends or weekdays at some point where we really want to go to some place and have some good biryani because you are in Hyderabad. If you are not having the right biryani, then there's no point of staying in Hyderabad. That's the one big thing that I actually take it. So
That is true. The point problem is most of the because biryani is so good, we'll have it for like, let's say 6-7 weeks. Then we are like fed up. Okay, every week biryani. How much they will eat biryani? So we'll reduce that count. So we want some alternative foods.
yes.
That is where we are trapped because Hyderabad, wherever you see them, it's like biryani, biryani, biryani. There's nothing else.
But if you see, there are places where they serve different biryanis. Like it's not like the same taste you'll be getting, same flavor you'll be getting at biryani in biryanis.
But still, it's biryani. Flavor is different, but still, I am not into that deep into flavors.
But then you can actually go to cafes. You explore cafes. You go to different places. It's the same price. The only thing is that we are not showing interest towards that. That's it. What's your favorite biryani in Hyderabad?
Favorite biryani. I think first biryani I tried was Shadows biryani.
Okay.
So I think it's still one of my favorites biryani.
Oh, nice.
Because when I
You haven't eaten an Ulovachari chicken biryani.
No. As far as I know, he hasn't eaten.
You should try.
when I come to Hyderabad,
Now you continue. Continue.
when I come to Hyderabad, the first thing I tried was Hyderabad biryani.
Okay.
So, Shadows biryani. That was one of my favorite. Then I think Paradise is also good.
You know you'll get so much of bashings because of the interest of biryanis you have. Okay, that's fine. Yes.
So paradise biryani, obviously for a person from Kerala, I think it's more related to Kerala biryani. Kerala biryanis are not.
Kerala biryani, I have obviously Kerala biryani.
It's like ghee rice flavor. So that we get
flavor.
from paradise.
So ghee flavored rice that will be served with chicken, which is like cooked with what we call little masala and all that, and that's where you'll get a complete like it's like a white rice, ghee flavored white rice. Along with that, the chicken is different. And papad will be they're serving the papad also on top of it. So I agree with that.
It's called Malabar biryani. I mean,
Only the rice is different.
Malabar biryani. They are a little much smaller than the normal rice that we have in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana.
That is
So-
Jeeragashala rice.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Okay, it is different here. Okay, continue.
which one?
Biryani rice.
Jeeragashala rice, Kaima rice. Those are the rice that we use for biryani. Basmati.
No, not basmati.
Here they use basmati. Yes.
Here people mostly use basmati, but there is different rice. So.
Until you are the host, you should keep it going.
I am keeping it going. That's fine.
Host.
That's fine. We can just cut it.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite biryani
Mine.
in Hyderabad?
If you ask that fast, currently I don't have such favorite biryanis because I'm fed up of all the biryanis that I have. But in general, I think Nawab's is good.
In Nawab, which one you are talking about? Like
Normal
chicken
also
or
is fine.
mutton?
Well, everything is fine.
Oh, nice.
If I want to have biryani suddenly, I feel like going to Nawab's nowadays. Because Pista House is like, I feel like it became more like Chinese restaurant. Fried rice and all is good there nowadays. And Shabbos.
Biryani is
Will
also
not comment on it. Yeah. Bawarchi.
original Bawarchi.
Original Bawarchi. Me and Sandeep went to the original Bawarchi restaurant.
Oh, he went to that also. I mean, it's a taste same like the Shabbos. I don't know. I'm
Hyderabad
not
is
like to restaurant. I don't know much about that biryani, but still, they can. Okay, I don't know much about that biryani taste, but still, as per my opinion, that the Shabbos biryani and the Bawarchi biryani almost taste same.
You went to Pakwan Grand, you remember?
Yes,
How was that?
it was good. Next to that, we had Shagos, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, in Gachibowli.
Pakwan Grand was good. Because we were hungry, we ate it and it was so delicious. I felt so. That's what. At the end of the day, when I get hungry, I order only one item and I'll eat
That's
that.
a biryani from Kodipura Chittikade. Okay.
So-
Ramoji is there.
Ah.
So this is the
You already told it 3-4 times. You didn't have that biryani. We'll go one day. We will all go one day.
Actually, I took him to that place and I made him to
have
eat.
eaten that before.
Even most of the people whomever I travel with, I generally go to that restaurant and I take them to that restaurant and make them have that.
First time I came to Hyderabad, Nasir and me joined the company at the same time.
Okay.
So we were in one stay that the company provided.
Mm-hmm.
Nasir like, let's explore biryani. Today let's start with Shabbos. Next day Bawarchi, original Bawarchi. Next day Pista House. Like that first 5 days he made me eat 5 different biryanis. Finally I don't know which biryani is which. But one of them was Sularichari biryani.
The taste same, like that's what for me. Don't get me wrong, viewers, but for me, Shagos, Bawarchi, and Pista House I haven't tried. Shagos and Bawarchi taste the same for me. I can't feel the difference.
It's
And-
more, you have to know in detail to
find the taste. And there's a biryani place near somewhere near to Charminar. I forgot the name of that restaurant. Shadab, yes. Shadab is one of the I liked it.
Shadab, when you came for interview once to Hyderabad, we went to near Charminar. Biryani. It's not biryani that is main there. It's like I don't know.
Paya.
Paya and all.
Okay, Shadab, I like the biryani because
biryani.
We did not have.
even after traveling for a long time, I felt like, is it worthy to have that biryani? And after having it, yeah, I felt that. What happened once was I ordered from one of the restaurants. I think it's from Shagos, I guess. So yeah, it's Shagos. The taste was, I mean, like I didn't feel that flavor. Maybe because of ordering it. Maybe if I'll go to restaurant and I might have, like if I had, then the taste might be a little different. But the other time when I went with my friend who is like who came here to visit me, on that time where we went for Shagos again, that time it was good.
Maybe there are two different Shagos.
No, the one which is at the Gachibowli.
The one that you ordered from might be a different one.
That's the same actually. That's the same. Maybe that's what.
In Kondapur Shagos, shawarma is good.
Even Nazir made me to eat the Kondapur, not Kondapur, Gachibowli
That is
Shagos.
They have a separate section and
Section,
a huge number of people there. Swiggy people.
So that is one place where you can get good shawarma. Nazir, like he took me there and he made me eat that and he asked me, what is your opinion on it? I said, okay, it's good. Then he said, like, this is the place where people come to have a good amount of, like, when they want to have shawarma cravings, they'll come here and have it. So I was like, oh, that I.
I wonder whether you are there in the frame or not.
I wonder whether he's there in the frame or not.
He's recording the camera.
Okay.
So we are assuming he's talking, he can do whatever. It make him laugh and
So we are talking about shawarma. So similarly, I know I have one opinion about that. I think when I joined here in Hyderabad after 1 or 2 months,
No, no, when you came for interview. When you came for interview.
after interview when I joined it, I went with some of my colleagues for we planned for street food. We
Is it
saw that
so?
movie. I think um, it was on Lawrence movie.
It is an access
Oppenheimer.
Oh,
I think that was
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Before the Oppenheimer, we went for street food. There.
I wasn't there.
Oppenheimer, you went with him.
No, I went with my movie friends, like my childhood friends.
You went for Oppenheimer night show. You
No,
were not there.
I was the one who watched it on the morning show on the first day of the release.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I
so
suggested them to
you
go
went
to
for-
Oppenheimer.
Okay, you just suggested.
I suggested them to go to Oppenheimer. The reason is I hyped up the entire movie to them. Like Hari also got motivated and he was in and he went there and he slept. Rahul also.
Hari will definitely sleep for English movies. 100%.
So Rahul was like later he said like one line. I remember that whenever I suggest a new movie to him, Lokesh, please don't suggest movies because your movies will be too Rahul. Don't suggest those movies because those movies will be little. I mean, like boring kind of. So I don't want to watch the movies that you suggest. I was like, okay, fine.
He was telling something. I am like waiting for him to tell something.
He's talking about the shawarma. Going to the shawarma topic, me and my friend, when we were in Nedumangad, right, in Kerala, I mean, like in what do we call Valaimala, we used to be there. Valaimala is like in Trivandrum, yes, it's near to Nedumangad. That's the place. So, I mean, like, firstly, I stayed for almost 1 year in Trivandrum, and Nedumangad is a small town near to Trivandrum, and Valaimala is a village near to Nedumangad. So, for us, like my uh, college mate, whoever is there, he's actually so much interested in having this shawarma. So we used to travel from Valaimala to Nedumangad, which is almost 15 to 20 kilometers. And then we used to have that shawarma there. I mean, like not me, at least him, he used to always crave for that.
The shawarma is good.
That's the only shawarma place I think. At that point, we used to get it in the entire town. So we used to go there, and that's a great shawarma story by him because he always like weekend comes, his cravings for shawarma will increase. Like, I want to have shawarma. Let's go.
Sandeep, tell about your shawarma story.
Shawarma story. I think some of our colleagues went to street food to explore street food. So we
You know
had-
the place? Do you know the place?
Yeah.
Oh, place.
I don't remember. I think I need to that is the which company arranged.
It's opposite to Lexus Mall, which is that Honda showroom.
Okay, the food street that you're talking about. Yeah.
So near to that one, we had a shawarma there. That was good.
That is Madhapur food street, if I'm not wrong.
That shawarma is good. Yeah.
That was good. Then second time, I had a shawarma from the same place after 2-3 weeks, I think, when we were taking price. But that shawarma caused
Food poisoning for you guys.
Yeah. So I had vomiting and headache. So it was food poison. And after that, if I eat shawarma, then the taste become allergic to me. I mean, not the real taste, the smell also become allergic.
And you know my story also, right? About the food poisoning thing.
Don't
That
tell that.
I am so much fond of cold coffees.
Don't tell that. Please.
So I've been to one place where I had a burger and also a cold coffee. And suddenly the overnight I got complete like I got allergic to that. I'm so much fond of the cold coffees, by the way. But like I'm just quoting this multiple times because I drank cold coffees at different places. But this cold coffee, what happened was like around 12:30 or 1 o'clock, I got complete like body got some kind of itchings, all that stuff, and then I took a bath. Then vomitings happened. Then diarrhea. Also on top of that, dizziness. Everything just came up. Like whatever the Google mentions when we are sick, right? So if you are feeling so, those all symptoms just hit me up. And I was like around 4:30 in the morning. I rushed to the hospital, and then I got IV fluids. Then things got little better. So that's another thing that you have to consider when you are in a city, that whichever food you are consuming, make sure that it's on a run. It's on a run on a daily basis. Like the food, if you're eating a biryani, you go for a biryani place where it's continuously moving every day. To that kind of a place, if you go and have a biryani, that's good. Or else, if sometimes it happens that some of the minor restaurants, I can't say that, but cheap restaurants might give you the food which is 2 3 days ago or something like that, and it might get food poison.
When Sandeep came to Hyderabad first time for interview, and taking him to different places to show him around, I took him to Paradise for mutton halim. Paradise is like top quality, cleanliness, all those things. I ate the halim, I liked it. But for him, that didn't come good. So it's not necessarily the problem with the restaurant. It could be that we are not.
That's why I put that like a cold coffee is like my one of my on the go things. So I generally have it at any point of my day, like whether it is day or night, or whatever time it is.
Cold coffee is made different in different places. So we don't know how.
Maybe, but still, that's
Unfortunate, we can't just check.
no. By the way, thanks for quoting it. While I actually tasted it, the taste of that cold coffee itself, it happened recently, just 15 days ago. So it was 15 days ago, so I remember it very well.
By the time this all comes out.
So the taste was very different. It was not having so much of. It tasted a little more bitter.
So that
More
is
bitter.
a big problem.
Yeah, that's what even one of my friends suggested when he recently visited.
You got preparation from a standard restaurant, right? Not standard cycle restaurant, right? So I can tell that it's not for the quality of the restaurant, but sometimes it can happen from that higher restaurant also.
That's fine. That's not the problem. I consulted one of my friends who is actually uh, connected with food restaurants chain. So she told me, if you have such kind of issues, you should, if you have the cup with you, you can actually send it to the lab to test it. If there is any kind of
Problem in the food.
she mentioned some word, actually I
But
forgot.
who keeps the cup after having food?
That's true. We generally don't. If it's an ordered one, then it's fine.
Okay.
It will be in our own dustbin. If it's somewhere we'll be having it, then we can't even.
When ordered food, we can't go for it. They will say that you should have had it within 2 hours. We can't prove that we had it within 2 hours. Loopholes are there.
It's the best option is the fancy that iced tea or butter coffee from the restaurant, and if you eat it was not good, then you can buy one parcel.
See, that's another story. I've done a very big mistake. I thought. So when I actually bought that cold coffee with me, when it tasted a little bitter, I tasted it. Okay, it tastes a little bitter. Maybe I was so confident about the restaurant that I'm sitting that it's definitely it's not their fault. It might be the coffee they added more, might be little more. That's why it got that bitterness, I thought. So I put little more sugar. They have given the brown sugar also. They put it in, and it was like
Okay.
I felt like okay, I'll drink it because I was also having the burger, right? So
But usually when milk is not good, you can see some layers on top.
I was busy in discussion, and also I was a little sleepy. I after that I immediately headed to home. So
Nowadays they have that cap and covered and also we can't see also.
calf was not there, but yes, but still.
If you drink.
So that's one of the stories. So wherever you're going, at any place, make sure that the food is on run and have consumed those kind of foods which are healthy. I mean, tasty also, and
But we know that it is cheating. We can predict anything on that. So what we can do it. We can predict that it will be tasty or anything. So what we can do is that try to eat from a restaurant which seems to be hygiene. Hygiene. That's only possible, even if it's a high restaurant or like food street or anything. If it's if you think it is hygiene, then you can go for it at your own risk.
Well, in that case, in Hyderabad, we can't eat most of the biryanis.
But most of the restaurant is the uh, high market values. Most of the high restaurants always keep a hygiene in their food quality.
So then, what is hygiene? You will go inside restaurant. It's all very nice. Ambience awesome. Inside kitchen, we don't know.
Yeah. And one more thing is that if you order from Swiggy, we don't know that where from where you are ordering. It might be from a street vendor,
Yeah.
or it might be from a local shop, which you are already aware that that this shop is not good. But when you they will have a different name in Swiggy. But when you see the rating just good, so we ordered it and we have it. After that only we'll understand that it was from that restaurant and which is
It's just a cloud kitchen.
Yeah.
A similar experience I had with ordering it on Swiggy is that I went for dining. It was offering some 15-20% offer. I went for a dining. I sat there. I was searching for the restaurant, where exactly the restaurant is. I couldn't find the restaurant. I went to first floor and they told like I asked where is this restaurant. They immediately shown like the downstairs itself. So I went down and when I searched it, there's just a little cloud kitchen, and there are two, three tables outside, just normal 3 tables, maximum 2 tables if I'm not wrong. So 4 chairs, 2 tables, 4 chairs, and people were actually sitting there and having the food. That's it.
Oh, is it?
That's it. On the road, like literally, it's like if you go a little further outside, where bikes will be parked, just 2 steps outside. That's a dining. That's I actually talked to the person, a Swiggy person, and they responded like, if you have the bill, please let us know. We might take an action on that. But there is no point. I felt like I didn't carry the bill also. I just paid them that, and I came back. So this is something which is going on in the food business forever. So my question started with some energy thing, like how does your weekend goes, or like how do you rate the food?
We are telling about Hyderabad chef only, no?
That's true. I mean, yeah, I agree.
That's why we started to cook at home.
First
Okay,
Agree.
he agrees.
Agree. Huh?
We'll talk from the beginning. Restaurant. So I think is but regarding mandis.
Somebody's favorite.
If you go to a city like high-tech city, sorry. If you go to a place like high-tech city, you can see that at least 2 or 3 restaurants, more than 2 or 3 restaurants in a building. So I think when we talk about biryanis, we have to talk about the sorts of Hyderabad, which is different from Kerala because there is a more juicy one. Here it's a more.
I think last time when you had Mandi King,
um,
we together went for the Mandi King.
Before after Mandi King, we had one more restaurant. Which we forget. Sisha. Sisha something.
Skip the name.
Okay. So
What? Which one?
yeah, when we went to podcast, we had one more. That's it is good.
I don't remember
It
that.
was juicy mandi was good.
I was Mandi King.
Not Mandi King. After Mandi King, we went to one restaurant. There was no parking, so we crossed the road next to Bawarchi.
Yes. I remember that
There was
place.
some.
Jishan Mandi.
That is the first one. Second one we went.
Second one.
First was Mandi King. Then before that we entered.
Mandi King was good. For me, Mandi King, when I tasted it, it was delicious.
But you didn't have. We have.
I just had a couple of spoons. I just had a couple of spoons.
Yes, but the ambience was very nice. I mean,
The problem is, if we don't cut this, then people will actually put.
Let them go. We'll see. As if they are seeing our podcast really.
Maybe in future.
What is the issue?
How can you just say it kind of
What it's good at.
like whether good or bad? Bad.
We liked it, that's it. It's our opinion. If they don't like, they can have it now. We get not. It's
coming from Kerala, say there's no option. I think that there's no option in Kerala like you can sit around the table for monthly, and the dam is also different. Here it is better. Like, we can sit in the if you are going with the friends, we can sit in the table. Sorry, not table, I mean, not in the chair, and have one big plate with the monthlies, and you can share it. And that's a very good concept, and the ambience is also good.
That is how Arabian food is. Arabian food means they usually, if you go to Dubai and all, during Ramzan, after Ramzan, when they break the fast, if you go to Masjid and all, they will have big plates of stuff. So people will sit around. We don't know who it is. Some random people come, they all sit together and eat.
That's a good concept. Yeah, but in Kerala, I think they are not providing any kind of service. They will sit like around a table or chair. They will eat. I mean, it will be like they will serve in one plate, but different places also there individually. So, Lokesh, which one do you think is the favorite mandi in Hyderabad?
I'm not a big mandi fan.
Not a mandi fan. Okay, but you have tried mandis, right? So, which one do you think? Which
Nothing.
Nothing you have tried.
No, I don't like mandis in Hyderabad. So
Naveen, what about you?
Most of the mandis are like same.
Right.
They are like dry chicken or mutton, whatever it is. But yeah, okay. All are okay. Not like favorite.
no, I for me it's a big no. Mandis I don't go with.
Fat.
That's
And
Ghee. And then.
yeah.
it's not even mandi. Mandi I don't consider as a food actually. For me, it's like biryani is the only food that I actually crave for.
What if there is a Ulevacharu mandi that Kodigo
No, even that, because I don't know at what point of time that mandi became so famous.
Mandi is a famous Arabian food.
From last
No,
7-8 years or
it's
more
there
than
in
that.
Arabia. Or Arab
No, that I agree. But in India, especially when
Here
I remember last time having that mandi in my hometown, like once, which is Vishakhapatnam, which is when we went to that restaurant and we had that mandi food, mandi. I didn't find any okay. When I was eating, I'm getting mouth watering or something like that. It's just normal plain thing with that chicken tandoori thing. Just that's it. You'll be served with some flavored ghee flavored rice or some other flavored rice, and on top of that they will be putting some dried what do we call almonds or cashew whatever. So they deep fry them somewhere or other in the ghee, and they put it on. They serve it on top of that, and they directly just put that chicken joint on that. That's it.
that is not how mandi is supposed to be made. If you come to Kerala, you get the actual flavor. There are some mandis
I
which
was trying to recollect if I had some mandi there.
no, we didn't have when we went. But there are some good mandi places. It's not like this.
Mhm.
Here, like you told, they make rice separately, chicken separate. It's not supposed to be like that. So when they cook it together, the juiciness of the chicken will be there, and that juiciness will be there in the rice.
Rice, exactly. That's
So-
how you should eat the food actually.
Here they just keep alfam chicken or grilled chicken something
Mhm.
separately. They cook it separately and they make it on.
Mhm.
That's not that. That's not the actual.
That's really that it doesn't give you the flavor.
That's why
So
you
it
get-
will be so plain when you eat with that rice thing, and also when you even cut the chicken piece and you try to mix it with rice and you eat it, you will not get the flavor of it. That's why if you remember last time when we went for a couple of places also, I tried to select the juicy. I pushed for the juicy so that at least the flavor of the chicken juice will be in the
But that
rice.
was like gravy, like chicken curry they give.
Chicken
That
curry.
was not. There once I went to a restaurant where you can see how they're serving.
Mhm.
So You order veg biryani, chicken biryani. What they do, they put rice, chicken biryani. Okay, put chicken, put rice on top, give you. So if you eat
That
that
is also
biryani,
no. You should avoid those kind of restaurants.
you don't know. So once you eat it, then you are like, okay, this is how biryanis are. I don't feel biryani is kind of food. You feel like that.
Even when I prepare at my home, like when I go back to my hometown, we make sure that we add layers of. Firstly, you'll add a layer of rice. On top of that, you add a layer of chicken. Again, layer of rice, and again the gravy part also. Then you'll add again a layer of chicken and then rice. So this is how you. So this is after cooking the rice for almost 15-20 minutes. Like rice will be cooked meanwhile. 15-20 minutes it will be cooked. It will be half cooked.
Half cooked.
So then you'll put it and then you'll heat it for in sim. You put it in sim for almost another 15-20 minutes and then you go for it. The flavor, actual flavor that you'll be getting with that biryani flavor, like whatever we add the spices, on top of that the chicken flavor that actually surrounds that biryani. That's top notch. I mean, even every time when I prepare, my mom is like she's happy. That's the best thing that I can say. She'll be happily eating. So when you prepare that kind of biryani,
that's what when you go to some mandi shops in Kerala, there will be people standing around. We can see them. There's something called kudi mandi. They'll dump up a pot in the kitchen. They'll put the dum stuff under it. So when they open it, there will be a lot of people. They open it. In that itself, they'll pack. So then you will get the smell, the taste is good, juiciness is there. That is the actual mandi.
Yes.
Here it is. Okay.
So that is one of the food things that we see here. And what about we are moving to the new topic, which is you mentioned about going for malls, movies.
Yeah, but I think we can conclude that
Entertainment
bar started living expenses in Hyderabad.
Oh, we are talking about that. Okay.
We
No, we we completed that part.
Actually, we need to conclude that we have started.
That is done. That is almost done. That is.
What?
What we started is that the cost of expenses Hyderabad living expenses. We have talked about.
Oh, is it so?
I think you have gone through so much of ChatGPT today. You are focused on that particular budget thing.
You are supposed to be like this, having flow in the.
Archana Ranade, you know, there's a CA on YouTube who makes
No,
videos.
Rachana Ranade, not Archana.
Rachana Ranade, yeah. That's
Not Rachana
Rachana
Ranade.
Ranade, yeah.
We have
Rachana.
concluded that how much expense a family can occur in Hyderabad.
He's a married guy, so you say that also.
So that's the topic in Hindi.
Please conclude.
Okay, so we talked about the rent, we talked about the cost of living, we talked about cost of living, and we talked about transportation. So what will be next?
Mal.
What will be the next? If you are living in Hyderabad, only these three.
So cafes, restaurants, and mandis, whatever we discussed, and
That's what I
also
asked you about
movies.
Mal and movies. Mal's movies.
Oh, entertainments.
Entertainments.
Okay.
Before that, just focus on a very little part because what is your experience with different parks? Whether it might be KBR Park or Botanical Garden, any other places that you have recently visited in Hyderabad specifically?
I think for when we book the movies, usually we book like any of the marks here to our places so that we can travel at night. We used to book at 7 p.m. or something so that we can travel evening and come back at 9:30. So if it's mall is very far away, it will be difficult to get that Uber and Ola and transportation. So we usually visit like Preston Mart, AB we have not visited. Preston,
Christian Prime.
Preston, right? Then park, I think that
Botanical Garden, KBR Park. Other than that park, okay, there is park.
I don't remember that. I don't remember any park we visited. I think only one adventure park we visited. I think one year ago.
Which one?
You are not there. I think me, some of my colleagues, Nasir and his family, and everyone was there.
Oh, okay. On north side of ORR.
Some adventure park was there. I think you were not there.
I was not.
We went to an adventure park. I think that's
That's also park.
That's also park. That's only park.
Today morning you went for some heritage park.
KVR park. KVR park for
Leave.
That's not park.
That's what they mention on the ticket. Heritage
Oh,
park.
come on. That's a tomb. Qutub Shahi tomb. That's not park.
It's a heritage park. That's what they mention. That's one thing, and also, I think we went for botanical garden, right?
yeah, but
No, that's a park.
but
KVR park.
KVR park.
We did not go inside. We just walked around in the jogging.
Because we went for wrong time, so we don't know about the time.
Because we don't know. In online it's written it's 24/7 or something like that. But actually only the jogging around is open all the time. Going inside is having some specific timings. That too only morning and evening, not during the middle time.
So these are considered as the parks. So
there is one park near Nanakramguda Lake. Nanakramguda Lake, right?
Durgam Cheru.
No, Durgam Cheru Park is there.
And also
there's one
Malcolm Cheru also. There's a park to Malcolm Cheru also, I guess.
One more park is there to that one. I think.
Zoological Park is
Okay, fine. Why we came to that park?
Because that's one of the entertainment
Weekend
on the
parks.
weekend things. So
Okay.
weekdays you will be stuck with the traffic and work. So these are the two things that you will be getting. On weekends you will have good amount of time to visit these places, right? So,
but
what was there's another park near what do we call that? There's a lake near after crossing Kokapet will be getting
yeah, that's what I'm
Gandipet Lake.
Independent Park.
So
That park is
Gandipet
good.
Park is also it's a good one. You can actually go and visit that place.
Especially in the evening time. Or sunset time, it is like very nice.
That's one good place that you should visit.
Adventure Park.
Adventure park.
Share your experience with the adventure park.
It's also near to that park from beginning.
That,
I don't remember that place.
what did
I
you do?
don't remember the name.
What did you do?
It's like a kind of adventure park. What we are doing there were, I think we were around 8 or 9 people were there. They have different types of activities, archery, rock climbing, slingshot, all kind of adventure activities is there. Okay. It was good.
I don't remember.
So, have you visited any adventure park here in Hyderabad?
Unfortunately, no.
Adventure park. Amusement park.
District Gravity.
District Gravity. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess that is good. Yes, a kind of fun experience.
Fun experience.
Adventure Park is supposed to be fun.
Nice. Congratulations.
But have you visited any amusement park?
Why have you not gone to Wonderland in Hyderabad? Have you?
Because I have a water problem. Like
I don't think
That's
there's
a
much
problem.
water rides here.
Wonderland is water park only,
It's
right?
not only one.
Water amusement park. That's what I
It has
thought.
everything.
We'll plan.
But
Yes,
water rides are good.
not only water rides, without water rides also.
So that's fine. We'll stop there for that particular parks thing. We'll go for malls.
Okay, I think in Hyderabad, within 1 kilometer radius, you will find around 10 or 15 miles.
It's getting
Right. So in Hyderabad, even in 1 kilometer radius, you will find around 15 or 20 miles, right? Because that's not the case in Kerala. In Kerala, I think only Kochi has.
You don't have to compare everything with Kerala. You just say it.
Okay. Right. I mean, I was saying that I'm basically from Kerala, so I will always compare to Hyderabad, whatever.
In Telangana also, only in Hyderabad mall is there. If you go outside village and all, there is no mall.
There are no malls.
Okay, then fine. Okay, come to Hyderabad. Oh, yeah, talking about Hyderabad, right?
Yeah.
So in Hyderabad, if you like around a 2 kilometer radius, you find out at least 5 months minimum, right? So there is, I think we only go to malls because of that movie to watch movies, not to purchase anything, but to watch movies. So we used to go malls near to our place. Uh, for example, Preston Mall, then uh, Panjaguta,
Yeah.
nearby. AB Mall we have not visited. I mean, for visited for movies
Movies.
because no,
Because it's my globus.
It's not like that. Whichever movie you want to see, it's either full house there or it's not there. So we didn't get the opportunity to
To go and have
watch.
yeah, and Attribution malls are there.
Lulu Mall,
Lulu Mall and some other malls.
Nexus Mall.
Nexus Mall.
What is this? Distinct malls are. Okay.
So these are the
Many
main malls we
malls.
that's weekend one of the places that you can get.
Okay, you
hang
have a
out.
list of malls only. Okay, continue.
That I wanted to have the experience how like how what he generally goes for malls, and if does he go for shopping or does he go for bowling? As you mentioned, you earlier that you went for bowling for the malls, and also he shared his experience with the Lulu card that he has. He does the same with his kid, which he does it in Kerala. So you guys, whenever go to a movie at Lulu Mall, you go generally check.
compared to Kerala.
I'm not comparing. I'm saying sharing your experience. That's different points. So sharing experience
You
is
already
different.
told them. You told everything already.
Ah.
There's nothing to tell anymore.
That's what. So that's how it is.
Yeah.
So generally only for movies, not only for mainly for movies we go there because we went to
Sometimes
movies.
we go for boarding also. Sometimes we go for boarding itself. Boarding.
Boarding after.
I think next gallery.
Next gallery is the same one he's talking about.
It's only like a Decathlon is there.
Real.
And I think from this also sometimes we go for boarding.
Oh,
We went. That's for last year, I think.
Quarterly wise.
Not in the recent times. We went for
Quarterly
bowling.
runs, sir.
That's for the team dinner. That's I mean not for bowling. We went for the team once for the team thing. That happened in this year, I guess, or last year.
How is your experience of malls in Hyderabad?
In summers, they're crowded. Uh, and for movies, it's good to go to a mall and have a like if you're going early, you'll get a good amount of time to stay there and have food or get some good time spend there, and then you go for a movie. Or if it's after movie also, like that's a good time if you can roam here and there and go for some shopping to see, like at least for the window shopping. That's a good place. That's how I came across Studio like long back. I got to know that okay, Zudio is a certain thing that we actually good for to go and buy some products that we can wear, affordable things,
Affordable, trendy clothes.
trendy clothes, and also some clothes it's easier. I mean, like every time when we need some clothes to wear at home, there will be little difficulty for us to buy. So that those kind of clothes you will be getting for 200, 150, 200 at Zudio. So yes, exploring this kind of malls made me to find out. Sometimes even I was able to find out places like if there are any sales that are going on in major of the what do you call that
Shopping areas.
shopping malls or clothing stores. So that's one of the good thing. But just by visiting malls, I used to get okay. This particular brand has this sale right now, so we can go to different places and we can explore that different clothing. And even I suggested a couple of my friends in that way that you should go if you are planning to purchase something for the clothes.
I think that is one of the best options. Yeah, you will get there or take the low price. And also, there's one more thing was there.
West side.
Not pesticide.
It's a that. Okay.
That's what it?
There's
As
a,
you.
one more shop is there.
That's the part.
I think something with a star. U star.
You start.
U star. That a demand covered for is there.
Sandeep's favorite.
It's similar to studio. It, I mean, it is cheap, but you will get a good quality items.
Affordable.
Affordable. Yeah, affordable items. Because if you go to a mall, you will often find with big brands like Adidas, Puma, and this with the specs.
This is Telangana. No. TS. I forgot the name of.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the brand name of it.
Okay, whatever it is. Okay, so
So what's the brand of it?
TS.
PS, sir. The icon.
Icon.
Fame.
Yeah, it's not paying for our TS is some names there.
My forever polo. Fame forever. The icon.
For TS there is some other.
What's the team spirit?
Team spirit.
so come to the point. So if you go
So-
to a mall,
Naveen is a person who spends good amount of food for good amount of money for food, but he doesn't like spending more money for clothes. He is much more interested in food. Like if he goes to different places, he
Not at all.
yes.
I have a good amount of clothes also.
No, he has a good amount of clothes, but he specifically selects only this brand. Suppose he has a New Balance shoes. New Balance, right? That's
That is just because I saw that shop. I don't know the shop cost and all. We went inside. Okay, this shoes is good. Let's buy. Then we asked for money. We avoided Nike showroom. Opposite there's a New Balance. We never heard of New Balance. When we said, okay, the shoes looks good, let's buy it. Then only we are thinking we should ask for money, right? Okay, it will be like less only 1,000, 2,000. Then only we saw the bill. Then only I am getting to know New Balance is sponsor of Australia cricket team, England cricket team and all. But the good thing about
So
spending
to
money
me,
for
New
that
Balance
is-
got to know like there is a brand like New Balance and there is something because of you only. When you wore those shoes for the office, when I asked you for the first time, you said like New Balance shoes. Oh, okay. And then you started saying some story behind it. How much that cost? I asked something like that, and you said like that. Oh, okay. That's so. Then I got to know that okay, if you like something, I thought like if you like something, you just purchase it. That's what I felt. Okay, it's going a little personal.
No, like if you have the money, then
That's fine.
like I wanted to buy some good shoes.
But-
So my friends took me to Nike.
Hmm.
There I saw the price. Okay, it's fine. I wanted to buy. This is my budget. It's there in my budget. It's okay.
It's here in India.
It was in Korea. In Korea, we
Ah,
have.
that's what.
Here we can't think about buying those shoes. The thing is,
New-
we don't have a comparison point.
Do we have New Balance here?
It's there in AMD.
Oh.
But the cost. So the thing is, when we went to Korea, we had a factory outlet. It was Lotte's factory outlet, little far into the village. So we took some remote buses and all, and we reached there.
Oh.
It's not like normal thing. It's not like going to Seoul. It's going to some village area. In village area, there's a Lotte mall, big like all shops are there. There, it's all factory outlets. So Nike shop is there. So we went there. There's a lot of shoes, lot of people are there. Like who will buy these shoes and it will be costly. You know.
It was not costly. It is
So I
like
like one shoes and just check how much it is. I searched in India's website and research. It's like 12,000 shoes. But there in that shop it is 6,000. If you go to Saudi also, that you will get it for 8,000, 9,000.
this happened even with one of my friends who is in Netherlands also. Like he said the similar story. For him, whatever the price that even one of my shoes that I'm wearing presently is gifted by him. So yes, I agree with that. Yes.
So then since we have that comparison point, oh, this is like half of. Then our Indian mind, oh, half price, come on, we have to buy. So I bought it. I didn't have plan to buy it. Same for New Balance, I had some budget. I went there, just within budget. I bought it. But the best part about that is I am wearing it for almost 2 years, 2.5 years. Still I don't feel anything bad with my leg. Earlier when I used to have some other
This happened to
some
me also.
brands that we have in Phil, I'm not naming the brands, that usually I used to have some side pain and all. I used to think, well, it's normal, it's okay. But it's
Similar
important to
kind
have
of experience I had with my loafers that I bought. Just I bought it on Amazon or somewhere. It was just 600 or 700. That's it. When I wear it, like I recently had a surgery, right? Like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So when it was recovering, when I used to wear my Puma shoes, it was comfortable. I used to walk. There was no what do we call that little imbalance. There was no imbalance. There was proper walk. When if I'm wearing some kind of what do we call that some formal wear, I used to put the loafers on, and on that particular day, I used to feel some difference in walking. It was bad, obviously, because I purchased it from some local brand, and whatever you said, that I experienced at my knee. So it took for me more time to heal, just for one day. Even if in a week, if I put it for one day also, it used to have an impact for 1 week or 3-4 days at least. So it used to carry that.
Also, there will be offers for these big brands. It comes to 2,000 price.
Yes, that's how I purchased.
After few times, or if you just walk in rain and all, it just comes up. Like we don't know whether it's
with that aspect, we can bring something into the conversation because you don't have to take the brand name. You just say the recent experience that you had with one of your big brand shoes.
It's not about brand or shoes. I think if you wear the shoes in raining days.
But you are not like dipping into the rainwater and you are actually dipping into the rainwater.
It's like you are if you wear the shoes and if you go to a river and if you walk it, how it will feel safe, like here in Roberts, in Hyderabad, being one is right. So from the Kodamoi to here, near the walk like the kind of river. So it's completely wet. And so that like I have been using the shoes for around 2 years now. But now only it came to theatre. I'm not theatre, but the bottom part has some problems. That's because
you remember my Puma shoes, right? I'm still using it for the office, like the one that I purchased from 2.5 years ago.
The colorful one, right?
No, not the colorful. That's Nike. That's where like that's my friend gifted. So that's
the thing is we don't know how to buy these things, right? So even if it is for 2,000, 3,000 rupees, if you go to maybe the shop and buy, you will get the actual product. But we don't know what to look for. Just tell it, okay, price is less, I will buy. We should actually know about those things to buy. We don't know that, so that things happen.
Yes.
But this all coming out and all is like too much.
That's not even considerable.
Yeah.
In that aspect, I really like what do we call that casual wear from Zudio or see. Look, if you have seen one of the what do we call that Crocs kind of. So those Crocs, in general, those are like flip flops. In short, like those are like flip flops. What happens with the flip flops is like the upper one gets torn.
Yeah.
So yes, that happens. So the tear happens if you remember. This Zudio, that is the first time that I watched like Zudio has launched that completely making a product with no tear, like it will be proper product where it will be complete single material. It's not like two materials, the flip flop top upper one and the bottom one, it is completely a single material and you can maintain that for a long period of time.
It's thick also, right?
It's thick and also that's really nice. It's been almost 1 year. I purchased around 350 or something. That's it. At Zudio, I'm still using it. If you remember, I wore the same thing for to Akash marriage also. That's where I felt like, okay, I'm going to have a rough trip because we'll be roaming in the streets, all that. We visited to Varanasi, all that. That's
coming up soon.
So that's one of the trips that we worth remembering for us. So we went for one of the Buddhist temple also, I think. My slippers have seen most of the things.
Buddhist temple?
That's near to the place.
I don't remember.
We went. It's related to.
Okay. The Sarnath. Next to
Sarnath. Wagner's
Buddha's
place.
place.
That will be discussed in another podcast. But yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, we skipped for a different topic, Sandeep. But so I agree that if you shoes get wet, those will be getting torn off. But it becomes very much important when you purchase with a good amount of money. You like whatever the brand is present, it should make sure that it's worth even in any season.
That is a branded, it is branded surely. But things that even if it's a branded show, if you wear it like continuously and like I thought it's like a river, kind of river. So if you continuously
Then no
use
comments. Then we can't do anything.
daily, then the same water again, then
One of our colleagues, what he does, I don't want to take his name, but if that is a scenario, he generally, before going to his home, he changes it to his slippers and then he'll be going to his place. So that's, I can't take his name.
I also asked him to do the same, but it's difficult.
I mean, like, I agree that 2 years it has been and it served its purpose. But still, if it's new shoes, then I'll be very sad. So, considering if it's new shoes and if it's getting torn out because of the rains, are you sure?
Not like some brands. These are like good brands. Like, so if it is actually from that brand, 2 years is good for that price. The main thing is, earlier we used to go to shop, we used to wear it and see, okay, this is comfortable, and then we used to buy. So you buy for 1,000 rupees, 5,000, comfortable? Yes, it's good. Nowadays we order from online e-commerce websites.
Mm-hmm.
We do not know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we order, we'll wear it and go.
Mm-hmm.
So comfort is important for your leg.
Yeah, right. But instead, if you order from online sites also, if it's not comfortable, you can return it. So, as well. For me, for shoes, I have to order online. But for others, like slippers and I used to wear in normal home or traveling, I used to purchase from the shop. It might be not a brand or it might be a brand. I don't know. I don't care about brand, but I mainly what I always care about the comfort. If it's comfort, then I will. That's I mean. So I think currently I was using slipper for not like a brand. There's no brand name is there, but I have been using for more than 2 years. And just like a very comfortable. So it depends on the comfortability.
Comfort is important.
But sometimes even if you buy like 5,000 rupees, if it's not comfortable, there is no purpose in that way.
Yes.
Agree.
Okay, so what is the next?
Well, you only did ChatGPT.
So we talked about platforms and
talking about malls.
yeah. Then we
Malls and how to.
We should talk about Hyderabad places to visit.
yeah. So
That we already discussed, right?
Places to visit in the sense there is Charminar, there is Qutub Shahi Tomb,
in Hyderabad,
Golconda,
Golconda.
Kolkata, place to visit. I think in Hyderabad,
Ramoji Film City.
Oh my god.
We have
Every
enough.
film city will take one day.
That is obviously because of this great
And
person.
that too, it is too far away from the city, so it's not like a weekend place to go.
Ramoji Film City because of Sandeep, it was that's my first time.
You never met him before, right?
No.
You know
I
the
remember-
cult status in Kerala.
Sorry?
Cult status, Ramoji Film City. It is there in one of the famous movies in So Hyderabad, Ramoji Film City is
Bahubali.
Malayalam movie.
Oh.
There's a Malayalam movie, I think it should be remade in Tamil. So it should
Okay.
be indirectly coming to Telugu as well. Where there will be a director and there will be one guy with him who wants to be actor. So this actor guy steals
What's the movie name?
It's in Malayalam it's Udayanathan. I don't know.
okay.
Very nice.
Hyderabad is
Where's the star?
famous for the historical.
Sorry?
Historical people.
Historical?
Uh,
For temples also you have good number of temples. Like you have. Please continue. Ali.
I think when we talk about the place to visit, I think Hyderabad is famous for its historically importance. As in the Golconda Fort, Charminar, and the dog we
Qutub Shahi.
There are multiple places in old city, like near to old city.
The thing is,
Palaces. There are a couple of palaces also.
for someone who is staying in this side of the city,
They are not aware of.
it's like too far away to go. The transportation is not that good.
Transportation is there, but the roads are little.
Still, if you want to go to Ramoji Film City, it is outside the city.
Outside. But Ramoji Film City itself is offering, right? They don't transport
Buses,
it.
yeah, but you have to wake up early. So that's like an entire day.
That is
Say
wrong.
today we wake up, let's say at 10 o'clock. Let's go visit a place. Where do you go? Qutub Shahi Troops.
For me, it's walkable, so I go for that. And if I have to,
For us, walkable is same.
I remember Azim, one of our colleagues, he mentioned to go to Malcolm Shebu Park, if I'm not wrong. So it's one of the good places, he said, but it's always overcrowded. So
Where is it? Is it too far near?
it's near to my place, I guess.
Okay.
That's one of the parks that we skipped, and there are different temples also that you can visit here nearby. So the most famous temples are like you have Peddama Temple and ISKCON Temple, and there is also
Further is a temple.
Yes.
That's also good.
Timala.
Venkateswara Swami Temple is also there.
Timala.
In Hyderabad.
Let's cut this.
Right?
Religious, right? Will not.
That's fine, right? We are just not telling the temples are here.
Then I need to check once. One second. Just cut once.
We have the mini Korea. Next to mini Korea, there is a temple, right? What is it? Chilkur Balaji temple.
That is also there.
That is also part of the temple.
Famous temples up there.
Peddama temple.
So, continue. Let's continue. I just got. There is a Swayambhu Lakshminarasimha Swami temple and also one Venkateswara Swami temple, and these are near all around like 2 kilometers in distance, near to Banjara Hills, Jubilee Hills, in that area. Peddama temple is also there. And yes, as you mentioned earlier, Chilkuri Balaji Swami temple is one of the good places to visit. I mean, it's quite a peaceful place, and I still remember Shivali, one of our colleagues, she mentioned that there is a place.
I only have to sit and cut out these names.
So one of our colleagues mentioned a place near to Nanakramguda. There is a temple. So I mean, it's just in between all the corporate offices, and in just it's Ramalaya. So in between that there is a temple. Where is quiet and very calm. I mean, I felt like, okay, is this in the this corporate jungle? In between the corporate jungle, I mean, even when you will be going to the place also, it's like some kind of cinematic experience that you get it. It's so quiet and calm, and that I've been there. That's one temple that you really need to visit. That's one thing. And apart from that, yeah. So these are the temples.
And there are some most things there. Historically.
There are a couple of palaces, right, that we didn't discuss about it.
Salarganj.
That's a museum. Salar actually. Not Ganj, Salar. Salar.
Whatever it is.
You can
That's
give a
actually a
BGM.
palace.
You can give a BGM here. Okay, fine. That's Prabhas fans are actually making so much of buzz about it. So.
That's actually a palace, right? They just turn one of its side to a museum. That's what I heard. I didn't go there.
Yeah, there are two palaces.
But all of these are too far, is my point. It's not like nearby.
Near to the like 10, within not just 5-10 kilometers. You
For
have to go
us,
travel 15 to 20
We
kilometers.
forgot to mention about the Birla Mandir, the
That's on the other side of the.
assembly in Telangana, actually, in Hyderabad is good.
This
Hussain Sagar Lake, the walkway around it, Ambedkar statue. It's a good, but for us, without vehicle, it is too difficult to go to
to travel, agree.
Like, it's not even easy to go in metros. Also, you have to take an auto, get into metro, get somewhere, then again get another auto to go. It's kind of difficult for us.
This we skipped. Thanks for reminding us. I wasn't getting there. Birla Mandir, I somehow.
Birla Planetarium is also very nice.
That's next to it. So
if you go once,
to Birla, I've been there. Like a couple of times.
These places, if you go once, these all places are done. Then
that's what.
Sandeep is here for 2 years. He would have finished all this in 1 year. What next? What will he do next? Places. All these places will go there. Once visit, then it's done. After that, where will we go? What will we do? So we go to malls. We'll enjoy the traffic in Hyderabad.
I think
How much we go?
in some points, you mentioned there's some kind of activities, some games, there is like escape from some
Mystery rooms.
Mystery rooms.
I don't.
I remember playing it. That's one first time something I
cannot expert that.
I've experienced it with my friends back then.
We
Like 10 years
will go there after this.
now,
After this, we will go.
Down.
I'm tired.
Okay. After.
So I remember going to some mirror maze something 10 years ago or something. But recently, mystery rooms is
It's
is good actually. In Madhapur.
That gift shop is there in AMP Mano. What is that name? That costly. Okay.
Even in Gachibowli, mystery rooms is there. You can actually try.
Hamleys. In Hamleys, it's there.
I think you into that place.
Mirror means you're talking.
I think you into that place.
Which one?
That
Mystery
sees
rooms.
how's it?
That is good. If we are like at least 5 or 6 people, at least, then for a joint activity, took time.
Do we need to mention that part like we are actually not planning before and saying these things? We are just saying with the flow.
You can tell in the end.
That we should tell in the beginning.
See, Sandeep has already prepared for it. ChatGPT. I also prepared. You didn't prepare. You are the host.
I was just saying in the flow, right?
So that's how it will be, right? When we sit together to talk, we'll be like, okay, let's plan first, then we will talk. No, right?
That's how people generally post on YouTube.
That is their wish. Ours is our wish. Let the match demand. Not like we have like followers or let the match. This is our unique selling point. So in mystery rooms, if we have at least 5 or 6 people, then to have a good activity, we can go to mystery rooms. So there we will be locked inside one room. There will be some clues, puzzles and all. And even if you are not able to find out what it is, there will be TV where they will show clues occasionally. There will be some time limit, 1 hour or something. So we will somehow find everything, we will unlock something, we will do something.
So in mystery room, in each room it will be like 10-15 minutes.
There will be some themes for each room. So you select a theme. Theme will be there. So we go inside. We will be inside one small room. Then we will all try to figure out what is the clue. We might find a box which is locked. So we know that we need to unlock it with some number key. Or there will be something that we need to do.
Yes.
And we might find another door or something where there will be some passcode. So we know that we open these things, we'll get some number, you type there. So we'll be like, okay, this is it. So somehow with 25 minutes, we'll somehow finish all the clues and go there and type the code, we'll open. That will be like another room. So we are trapped in the next room. We go inside. Again, it starts from beginning. We need to figure out what it is happening. Time is like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. There will be multiple themes there. There will be difficulty level.
In each room, you will be allotted this much of time. If you couldn't get it, then they'll let you out.
Open up. Yeah.
That's
there.
Suppose if you don't solve that puzzle,
That's all.
That's what.
Time is over. They will open. Time is up. Let's go. They will not let you leave there forever. 1 hour time will be there. In 1 hour you have to break. Sometimes it will be like 3 rooms. We don't know how many rooms.
Sometimes even they are good at giving the clues also. If just 5 minutes ago and you are unable to solve,
They will give clues like maybe after 10 minutes they will give 1 clue. After 20 minutes they will give you the second clue like that. So they will keep on giving. So that time we will somehow figure out something we will find. We will open the door. We will go to another one. That will be another room. Like okay, again start. Again we will find everything. We will open. We will go there. Enter passcode. Another room. Then 1 hour will be over. That depends on the theme. Some there are 3. Yeah, 2 times I went, it was 3 rooms.
So it is all over, then you will get some.
Nothing.
Yeah, you will get. You have to. In return, you have to pay them money and you have to come out.
Even if you do, you have to pay the money in beginning.
In the end, also you can pay. That's fine. But you have to pay the money.
Yeah.
You will not gift. You will not be gifted with anything. You
We'll
will
go
be
on
just.
that.
Yeah, so solve these solutions. Solve the process.
Yeah, that's a good activity to do. In
It's
some cafes in Hyderabad, they give these board games, card games.
The problem with mystery rooms is that mystery rooms, PlayStations, we
They not only in cafes there are PlayStation this board games,
Yes,
so you
yes,
can
yes.
go there, play there. Like Monopoly or Uno will be there. You can sit there, play for some.
If you remember last time what happened, right? That mystery rooms is fine. Like this is like well-defined rooms. But if they can actually provide a place where you go out of the city and it's a huge place where you explore and do some kind of treasure hunt. That's something, especially at the places like Hyderabad, it will be a buzz.
If they have a lot of money, maybe they can arrange.
There are, I mean, like, that's obviously if rather than going for an adventurous park, if you, I mean, every time going to an adventurous park will be boring. Next time, if you are planning something like this with a huge space,
It's not there, no. Who will set up everything?
people who work with,
They will do only for mystery room. Why will they go outside of the city, set up a full treasure hunt?
that is also.
That's not a viable business solution, first of all.
Every whoever is interested in that kind of solving those mystery puzzles, all that.
Maybe it is there, but it will be like very costly for sure.
Okay.
Next.
With this, we can conclude.
Okay.
This.
So we talked about that life in Hyderabad, and also we talked about the expenses approximately.
We will go in natural hours.
Let's talk about it also.
Okay, I have to go. Fine.
It's okay. 10 minutes only to take. What is there?
10 minutes. See, next time we'll call
Big
Ajay.
basket. Okay.
We conclude it with the like
National award.
we didn't conclude this and let's conclude.
So Ramesh, let's quickly touch upon the recent hot topic. National award quickly. What is your opinion on it?
I think most of the meme pages on Instagram are much more better than the jury who are actually selecting this winners. So I don't agree with them at all. For suppose when it comes to the photography thing, cinematography thing.
What happened?
Cut.
Don't tell cut. Again I have to cut it.
You have to cut it.
Some of the meme pages.
Some of the meme pages, when it comes to this particular rating a movie or reviewing a movie of selecting a movie for the national awards, they have given a better suggestions rather than the jury. They have a very good opinions on the movies. Like, suppose I've seen one of the reels where they have given in detailed information of cinematography for Adu like how Prithviraj, some shots where Prithviraj's eyes were so close and how he was, how deep pain he was in with just by blinking his eyes. So that shot, and also how he leaves his slippers and go near to a water and he starts drinking it. So that kind of cinematography, when they show it in a bigger picture, that's cinematography. That's what you have to show. So when you can't express those on a bigger scale, then it's a question for the jury that are you able to complete the work that is assigned to you? Is it the job done or are you getting paid for something else? That's one story. And when it comes to the performances, at the end of the day, you should, I mean, like children are watching. So they'll be looking up to the characters which are being played. So tomorrow's generation, if they want to get a national award, they look up to a character, which character to be performed on the screen. Even the children who are at the age of, for example, 8 or 9, 10 years, they consider national awards because we consider, when we are in childhood, we consider, okay, national award is a big thing. We used to consider. So when it comes to the same age to them, it becomes very, very sensitive thing for them. Okay, this is a national award performance. So when we see with that experience, it should be like, for suppose Veer Savarkar character, or Subhash Chandra Bose character, or Gandhiji. There are a couple of movies, like there are a couple of movies that got released in that particular year. So these
2023.
So these characters will impact on a larger scale. So that needs to be considered on a bigger scale. You're getting my point, right? But what primarily we are focusing is, I really don't know. I mean, this happened, even similar thing happened with Oscars also. Yes, I think 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, as I remember, 6 years ago, just before Corona coming, it was coming. Most of the different, what do we call that? I can't name the community, but different community people who are not getting the best performances, even though they were delivering the good performances on the screen.
But Oscars are totally different. The way you market it is important in Oscar. To get it reached to multiple people who actually vote for the movie. That's a totally different way of selection.
See, if
national awards are not like
if Shah Rukh Khan got national award for Swadesh, it's the best thing.
The director only is the jury chairman.
That's the best thing. When it comes to Jawan, he has performed better in other movies. So if you really want to give to that person in that aspect, then mention in that aspect and give it. That's a great thing.
You can't give it like that. This is for the 2023 movies.
Exactly. Then what is your? How do you want to deliver it to the audience, or how do you want to show it to the scale, to the world? That's what matters.
What about other movies?
Today or tomorrow?
Which other performances do you think were bottomed for best actor?
That's one of the things. If it's national award, then I would go for Prithviraj Sukumaran for
that they already told it felt artificial.
It felt artificial for them.
Yeah, for the jury. I saw some news that they told like it felt artificial. I'm not sure whether it's authentic or not, but yeah.
That's a silent. I mean, I think we should stand and we should be 2 minutes silence. We should maintain for the people who told those things. Exactly. And performances are something which people remember for a good amount of time. That's what it is.
I did not see Jawan movie. How was it? Or Shah Rukh Khan?
I didn't watch it. I just watched it, bits and pieces of it.
So you can't judge it on that. Okay.
I see. That's the whole point. It's a mixture of completely South Indian mash masala movies. All you just bring it, you make a khichdi of it, and you will serve the dish. That's what it is.
You didn't watch the movie. How can you tell?
I watched it, but in bits and pieces. See, because there are certain scenes which he only copied from his own movies, at least. So there is a scene where you have to hit, like when someone is traveling in a car, they'll be hitting with eggs. So immediately what the other person will do is they put the wiper on. So it will get much more messy and it might lead you to sudden brakes, or it might sometimes you also might get into an accident. So that's the intention. We have seen that it happens like that in one of the South Indian movies of his own movie. You bring the same concept again into another movie,
but the award is for best actor. So
that's true. So actor, in considering the in terms of acting, in the train scene, especially when Shah Rukh Khan will be delivering his action sequences, I mean, there are much more other better performances. I think
we'll go category wise. Best actor, I think you feel.
Yes.
got life for Prithviraj. Any
Got
other
life for-
other performances that you think? I
Beats
think there's
Samara.
one more actor who got for best actor.
Sandeep, you want to add something?
Okay, my question was regarding that acting turn. So I think I don't know about how to act or anything, but as um, uh, a movie lover, I can say that can you define an actor best if you're acting that action movie? We can tell that. So for example, Attribution from Malayalam, I think that is considered for national awards. Say, uh, as per my understanding, for the 2025 national awards are based on the movies released in 2024.
23.
23. Okay, 23. So, will that the movie, will that jury able to watch all those movies? No.
Usually the states will send some list of movies.
Exactly. So, but the state will send some movies after the selection, and say suppose in India, if all states send movies, then at least I think they will send at least one or two movies from every state. That I am not sure. So, some consider they have around 50 movies, and on what basis they are deciding that which one is best. What do you think? Okay, leave that movie. But do you think that on what basis they are deciding that which actor is doing good? I mean, it's just best.
That's a debatable topic actually because it's
Yeah, that's the case. So, and I think there was some controversy regarding that supporting actor because he was a leading role in that movie, but he was best supporting actor.
Others.
Vijay
Vijayaraghavan. Vijayaraghavan was
who might have something I didn't watch. Okay, but he was a leading actor in that movie. But on what basis? Pukar. I don't know that on what basis they have given.
so we don't know whether he is the actor or supporting actor in that.
Yeah.
So we can't say.
I didn't watch, but as per the reviews and the controversy, uh, that jury and there is no rule or scale how they are defining a supporting actor or best actor based on the roles. But if this is suppose we are watching a movie, we can see that which one is the leading actor, which one is supporting actor. If that is the base, then I think Pumaran Karan Vijay will lead the role. Why he did lead the best actor.
How they decide the best actor, supporting actor, how they
I have to correct
differentiate.
one thing that
I'm not saying that we should not give best actor to Shah Rukh Khan. Not like that. It's a different case. It's like about talking about supporting actor. So on what basis that jury deciding which one? I mean, which actor they should give that supporting actor? I mean, sorry, like that.
that is not artificial.
Artificial.
You said jury has said that goat movie is artificial. They felt artificial.
Prithviraj's acting felt artificial is what I saw somewhere. That the jury told like that.
But best actor Shah Rukh Khan got it, right?
Shah Rukh Khan got it.
For Jawan.
Okay, point noted. Best actor. The problem that I saw many places is about Kerala
It
story.
was natural.
I saw a lot of problems with Kerala story, which is based on false facts, and it creates kind of a bad image about Kerala in many places. And even then, they gave the best director to a person who couldn't even do a fact check. That's like some kind of
These
agenda.
people are living in a bubble, I feel. Like the jury is living in a bubble where they want to have that kind of create that, I don't know.
Yeah.
For suppose, even the ground truth they don't know. They doesn't travel to places. They don't know the underneath the story of what exactly is happening. They just see watch the movie and okay, fine. We'll feel this is good or something. I don't know how they.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, this is not how you uh, judge a movie. You should not be in the jury at the first place. That's what I feel about the jury. I'm actually this particular entire scenario. What is happening in a movie? Some people who are
Supporting you.
who can actually judge the movie are some of the people who walk silently out of the theaters and they experience it in a large scale about the movie. They know the characters. They watch a good amount of movies. Those are the people who there are in the movie industry people who know which movies how it performs. How I mean,
How change the story.
sorry,
How we change the story.
could you be
How we change the story or make a impact. That was it saying.
No, he's telling there are other people who can judge movies better. But that is not how it is. They select a jury, they get a lot of nominations, they go through them and then they select.
I think last year also there was some issue with the similar selection of the movie.
Yeah, last year also it was there.
Last year I think the related story or something. But still,
I think Allu Arjun got the best actor for Pushpa.
No
At least
comment.
that
I don't want to comment. Thank you.
I did not watch the movie, so I can't also say.
That's different story because
the thing is that normally the best films in national awards, most of the people are not able to see because they were in theaters. They will go to send to film festivals and national awards.
Yeah.
So normally people won't be see, but I think this year that's a different case. That's I think that was a huge success in theaters. Right?
But the performance also, I saw a lot of good comments.
It was
The problem is that there is no standard for telling, okay, this is why it is good or this is why it is bad. So whatever the reason it is or politics or whatever, they can announce whatever they wanted. That they will get the national award given by the president of India.
if that is the case, you have you watched this movie where I mean I just want to quote that a similar concept of I am not against this SRK or Jawan movie. I just want to say the core value of the movie is already like performed by Ajit in one of his movies.
I heard that that movie is mix of all Vijay movies.
No, that is particularly on the movie of what do we call the bulletproof jacket that they get. That was that's a Ajit movie. Yes, so it's a Ajit movie where it's on Rana is also there. Rana Daggupati is his friend.
Yeah, I remember
He dies because of that.
Some quality issues in the
Bulletproof jackets.
Yeah,
So he dies because of that. So now you guys tell me, is the same story, similar story, that is being shown on a larger scale
in Jawan.
in Jawan?
No, Jawan did not get any award. It's for the best actor. That's what I'm telling. That they get a
But
bunch of
I'm just
movies.
quoting for the fact that how a mixed khichdi you are giving it to a set of audience. So those really
movies
matter.
like that. Acting, I didn't watch the movie. My point is that they get a bunch of movies in front of them. They can judge it however they want. There's no standard for it. You can mix politics. You can mix your own views. My movie didn't get a national award before. I can give it to the actor that is there currently. There's a scope. I can give it. It's up to them. There is no benchmark.
This might become a little controversial if we are talking about that.
That's how it is. Whatever the reason might be. So people are criticizing it. People are supporting it. Whatever the reason, there's no standard for giving.
See, you can
So
do it in
there's
some
nothing.
other way if you really want to do it. I don't know. I mean,
So
if you watch
so-
in Swadesh movie, Shah Rukh Khan will be performing
Yes.
is deep core values of human life is shown in that movie. People who are living in a village, how they suffer, how they all the things are shown in a well. It's another level manner. Like that's even emotions were performed at another level. So in the similar manner, if you come to this movie, it's a completely commercial movie, and all the commercial elements are put together. Like the protagonist will be smoking a huge cigar, and there is a action sequence where if you actually have to lit something, protagonist will be trying to kill most of the people. So all these things will be happening. He'll be threatening the Indian government. All the stuff will be going with that. So that thing is already in the roots of Indian cinema from past 10-15 years. Every action hero is performing those kind of movies from past 15 to 20 years. Similar kind of concepts. So suddenly now you are giving that kind of what do we call that? Delivering such kind of performance on a larger scale doesn't really reciprocate with the national award. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what it's a. They saw it, they gave it. There's no benchmark. You can't. Obviously, there might be politics. There might be something. Something is there. So the point is, if you don't give the awards properly, based on the actual value of it, people lose respect of the national award given by the president of India. So that's what is happening now. If they are not able to come out, if somebody is asking, is this movie you are not giving best cinematography, and they are not replying for it, they have to reply for it. Why they didn't give? They are not answering for it. There's no transparency for it. We don't know what all movies they actually saw. There's no transparency. So unless you make it transparent and tell, okay, this is why we felt that this is good. Now it is like people watch, they saw, they gave award. So the value of it loses. End of the day.
But there's a chance, like, why don't accept that there is a similarity, or they made large scale for Java, right? Same stories in it. But as we mentioned earlier, from I think from every state they are sending few movies to the jury. So there's a chance that they have not watched the movie before.
That transparency should be there. Which all movies did they watch? Why did they give for this? It's not there. He's not even coming out and answering.
Because even I haven't watched both the Java and
This thing sounds similar to a university professor who will be sitting and he will not be listening to our
Yes.
whatever thesis that we wrote about. He is just focusing on what he likes, and he just then what is the point of giving a national
Exactly.
award?
So unless I don't know whether they are going to make it. Obviously, they are not going to, because then they can't give. So
We are just sitting in a room and defining what.
that's why all the
and what the jury
if
should
the
be.
criticism is coming, like, okay, for example, Prithviraj acting. Jury chairman has a conference. He is telling, okay, we considered these movies. This is why we felt this is good. It's a democracy, right? You should be able to ask questions, or you should be able to get answers. It's not
Even
there.
Vikram Masi got it. It's good that he performed he performed it well in the 12th film. I watched it, so I have no comments or no issues for that.
Yeah.
But yes, every commercial actor in India has delivered a similar movie, some way or the other. So my suggestion is to jury to watch all those movies in a year, whichever the commercial movies come.
Impossible.
Even last year or this year.
Did they even see the movies that they get? We don't know. So basically, I feel like many people lost the respect towards the national award now.
Then and one more thing is that from suppose based on from state we are sending some movies to that how we know that there is even the state is deciding that which movies, like there will be like 100,000 movies in a year in Malayalam or Hindi or Telugu. So how that state jury deciding that which one we can send for national award. I think maybe most probably they will send that movie for state award, right? So that will send national.
If SRK got it for Jawan, I want yes to get for KGF.
2023 movie.
Not 22. I mean, like I'm just saying for KGF 2, KGF.
Pushpa got before that.
And Pushpa 2. Pushpa.
Got
That's what performances, right? Remember, to your children, what you have to tell is like,
no, will now people tell to their children national award is the top award? That's it. It lost its value. That's it. People who actually love movies, will they tell, okay, national award this person? Will it be respectful? That's it.
As per my understanding, there is some rules that I don't know if it's a law or not. That the director of the movie or producer of the movie can submit the movie to the jury and they will decide that this is good or not. And the local judges will decide first, then they will filter it and given to the higher officials, and they will review it and given to the next level. Maybe that's why. If the producer wanted that movie is not good, so they don't want to give to it. So similarly, I think that's concept. I don't know.
So that means Jawan movie is submitted by them for best actor nomination. I don't know how it works.
Maybe. So if that's the case, that will be good because if I produce a movie and if I know that it is good, I can submit for review. So similarly, if 1,000 movies released, only around 200 or 300 movies will be submitted for review, and out of 300 they can filter it like 10 movies or 20 movies. Then again the next level they can filter it to then send it for review. But we don't know that if the national world is watching your product.
Yes.
That's the second case.
So you are not happy with the national awards for movies?
not necessarily. I mean, I have had issues with Oscars also. So
Oscars is a totally different process actually. So.
I mean, that's not necessarily like even when the nominations got happened. In the nominations, there are there are actors who performed well, but finally the Oscar goes to some other movies also. That happened.
I heard that for Oscars you have to spend a lot of money to arrange screening for the people who has the votes. They have to actually watch the movie that way. So there is all the nominated movies they might have not watched. So that's why their votes will get reduced. So there's a lot of money that you have to spend in order to get an Oscar award. It's what I heard. I'm not sure whether it's correct or not. Yeah. So that's a totally
Thank
different.
God, at least I mean, in that terms, RR are able to put some money to watch the movie for the jury, because they have delivered, both of them delivered better performances on the dance floor. I mean, no one can imagine that those dance performances in that level of detailing, where they are able to do, I mean, in story aspect, whether it might be on a story aspect level or whether it might be on dance moves, that's on different notes. So yes,
For Bot Life, they couldn't find a sponsor who could take it to Oscar level. So that's why it didn't go. Telugu industry money is that.
maybe I think there are some great I mean, like actors who take it on their shoulders and go. I mean, like, I don't know who took it for RRR, but I remember Kalki was taken on his shoulders by Rana Daggubati. He some film
It's Oscar nominated.
not Oscar nominated for that, what we call comic film festival, something will be happening, Comic Con. For Comic Con, he is the one who took it forward for the thing. That's how it got international promotion.
Okay.
To be honest, so he is like a TFA brand ambassador. I think Malayalam industry also needs someone who takes it.
There's not that much money in Malayalam industry to do that much.
Maybe. So this was a good amount of time that we spent on this podcast, and thanks for everyone for watching this. And also today we have discussed with a couple of topics, which is like one with how to, I mean, like how we actually survive in Hyderabad, and the other is a little bit part of the national awards that got recently awarded. So these are the two things that we were discussing. And if you have any new topics, please suggest us and just comment below, so that we'll come up with new ideas and topics and thoughts and discussions over there. and we are really looking forward into it. Bye bye.
Thank you. That's
Cut, 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 cut.